Hello and welcome to our strength workout of the day. I'm Katie Hunt, your ACSM personal trainer. Grab yourself a lighter set of dumbbells and have a chair close by to get this workout started. Let's get going with a warm-up first. I want you to begin by standing up tall, finding your best posture, and rolling your shoulders up and back. While you work your shoulder rolls, set an intention for this workout. Our focus is going to be the back side of your body, but give yourself a personal intention as well. All right, let's take 3 deep breaths, sweeping the arms up overhead as you inhale, pressing the arms down as you exhale. Fill your belly with air and exhale completely. Excellent. Let's move on to some body weight squats, beginning to get the muscles fired up. So stand with your feet a little wider than your hips, send your booty back, and push your heels into the floor as you stand back up. I'm also moving my arms on this one. You could do different things with your arms. You could keep them at your sides. You could bring your fingertips up behind your ears, or you can move them just like I am. Keep working your squats. All right, then let's stand up tall and do some arm sweeps, squeezing the pecs in front, squeezing the shoulder blades in back. Conscious to not raise the tops of the shoulders up towards your ears. So let your shoulders be heavy down towards the ground. And remember, this is squeezing. It's not throwing those arms around. It's squeezing in front and squeezing in back. All right. Let's move on to alternating side lunges. I want to make sure that your hips and the insides and outsides of your legs are warmed up. So take a big step to one side, make it a wide step, keep your toes in line, bend the outside leg, and again, just like in your squats, send your butt back. Push off from that outside leg to return to standing. Continue moving side to side. Option to pause on one side, reach across, and get a little amplified rotation here. If you do decide to do that, make sure you do it on both sides. Transition back to standing upright when you're ready. Let's take it from the top with a couple little tweaks. Start with those shoulder rolls. Take as many of these as you need. They can be really relaxing for you. It's a really good opportunity in the workout to set your mindset for the workout. All right, second set of squats. Aim for a tiny bit more depth, maybe a slightly faster pace, but don't worry too much about your tempo. We are heating our body for the strength workout that is coming up. I'm so excited to be here. I don't know about you. All right, let's pretend like we're in the pool doing the backstroke. Sweep an arm up overhead, take it around in a circle, and pull it through back to where you started, alternating arms. All right, second set of our side lunges. This time, I'm going to add an overhead arm sweep, allowing the arms to rise as I send my seat back into my side lunge. When we take the arms up and overhead, that causes our heart rate to rise more rapidly. So you might feel that. It's not a bad thing. Go with it. Notice if there's any change in how the side lunge feels from those arm sweeps. All right, meet me on the floor in a tabletop position. Quadruped is also known as tabletop or hands and knees. So I want to meet you there, wrists underneath your shoulders, toes curled under. And then all we're going to do is hold for 30 seconds and lift your knees up about an inch off the ground. That's it. All right, so timer has started. Notice how my knees are right under my hips. Core is braced. Breathe deep. It's an isometric exercise, so we're holding one position, just not holding your breath, right? Checking in. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your knees down. This is the part where you're going to need your chair. So what I need you to do is set up for a hip thrust. Oh, hip thrusts are so good for increasing glute size in a good way, making that higher, rounder, firmer butt, improving your performance in athletics. Okay, I'll stop with that. Let's get set up. So line the bottom of your shoulder blades up with the edge of your chair or your couch. Bend your knees and make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Next, let's take a big breath in and then blow all the air out fully and brace your core. Squeeze your booty, lift your hips towards the ceiling, hold a second or two at the top, and then lower back down. You want to keep your ribs pulled down and together in the front so that we don't hyperextend our lower back at the top. Keep your neck neutral as you lift your booty up towards the ceiling, and try not to let your head drop back. We're going to 12 of these, by the way, my friend. So when you get to 12, you'll get another shot. Don't worry. I want you to stand up and grab your dumbbells. We are doing reverse flies in a bent over position. So stand with your feet hip width, dumbbell in each hand, hinge forward, flat back, brace core, booty back. Keep your arms long, and then drive with your shoulder blades to squeeze those arms up. 12 of these as well. Water bottles are totally great for these. You don't have to have dumbbells. What you do have to have is a flat back, a strong core, long spine, and squeezed shoulder blades. Pinch them together every rep. Reverse flies are awesome, awesome, awesome for building your posture muscles as well as your shoulder muscles, particularly your delts. All right, set those dumbbells down. We are plie squatting next. So stand with your feet wide, as wide as you can stand it, toes turned out to about 45 degrees. You're going to want your knees to track over your toes. Spine is tall, so you're upright, abs are braced. Lower your body down. There, I'm checking to make sure my knees are kind of drawn back towards that wall behind me. And we go to 12 on these. Keeping that lift through the chest, keeping the chin level, looking forward. Going to 12, taking your time on these. If the insides of your thighs are really tight, this one can be a little bit of a struggle. Don't worry about your depth right now. It will get deeper. Continue that down and up action. This is going to be a great exercise to add dumbbells to in the future. All right, get your final reps in, and I have good news for you. We've got one more exercise in this circuit before you get to repeat it all. Okay, 5th exercise is a cross climber. I want you to have rotation and a little more core work. Okay, so what I want you to do is come up into a high plank. Spread those fingers out. Place your shoulders over your wrists. And we're going to alternate sides. So one knee drives up, hollowing out the abdominal muscles, and your knee drives towards the outside of the opposite elbow. We are only doing 12, counting every rep. Go slow on these. Slow and controlled is going to get you that strength that you want in your core. Check in, make sure your hips aren't rising towards the ceiling or sagging towards the ground. You want to maintain that planked out body, nice flat back, breathing deep. Okay, team, we are almost through these. Excellent. Okay, you can stay on the ground. How easy is that? We're back to our quadruped hold. You love this one, right? It's just 30 seconds. Unbelievable how hard it can be, even though we're not even moving. Promise, I promise, it is worth it. Okay, setup time. Hands under your shoulders, toes curled under, lift those knees up. My timer has started. It's 30 seconds. Looking at the ground, keep the back of your neck long. Imagine I'm going to strap a belt around your waist and I'm going to cinch it up. What would happen? Everything would come in towards the center line of your body. Think about that. Think about making that magic happen with your muscles. Last 3, 2, And 1. All right, find your chair. Let's hip thrust. Get those booty gains going. Line up the bottom of your shoulder blades with the edge. Relax your head. Let it rest on your fingertips if that feels good. If you've got a longer surface like a couch, you could also spread your arms out to the side. Same setup rules apply. So you're like a straight line from your tailbone to your neck as you move. You are driving through your heels on all 12 lifts. As your hips lift, you push your feet down, especially in the heels. Come down smoothly, maintaining that braced core as you lift and as you lower. Keep the movement nice and smooth. Remember, you're going to 12. Sometimes a little tweak of the width of your feet or how close your heels are to your butt can make all the difference in feeling this in your glutes and your hamstrings. That's where you want to feel it, those booty sensations. Awesome. All right, you can stand up, grab your dumbbells. It's time for a reverse fly party. So place a dumbbell in each hand. First, find that bent over position, feet hip distance, hinge forward, flatten out your back, looking at the ground, drawing that belly button towards your spine. Keep the arms as long as you can stand it without locking your elbows. Experiment with different weights on these. It really doesn't take much to make this exercise challenge. And one more note, I'm going to challenge you to slow down the lowering phase of the exercise, maybe even slower than I'm doing it in this video. Concentrating on slowing down that eccentric phase of the exercise is going to get you that little extra nugget out of the exercise. Okay, friend, set your dumbbells down. It's time for our plie squat. Another one that's great for the booty and the thighs. Turn your toes out. Stance is as wide as you can stand it. We want to make sure that as we bend the knees, they don't go over the toes. All right, brace the abs. Tall posture, lower down. Find that point where you can control it without the knees caving in. Lower and lift. Go to 12. Exploring your best depth, your best range of motion. How low can you go? Can you press evenly into both feet using both sides of both of your legs as evenly as possible? Sometimes just focusing on the pressure in your feet can help you even out the squat. Hands can be wherever you're the most comfortable. I bet these look so beautiful. Wouldn't it be cool if I could see you right now? All right, let's do our final exercise before we cool down. It's cross climber time. Okay, so meet me on the mat in a high plank. Remember, you're not allowed to lift or lower your butt from that high plank position. So find it, lock it in. Here we go. Drive the knee towards the opposite elbow. You are twisting. Notice how much my hips are rotating on this one. Driving that knee to the outside of the elbow. Doing a beautiful job rotating, hollowing out. Inhale as the leg lengthens. Exhale as the knee bends and comes across. You're almost there. Stay in it till you finish every single rep. All right, and fantastic. You made it to the cool down. Let's stay on the mat and find a tabletop position, that quadruped positioning again. But don't worry, we're not going to do that exercise again. You are going to cat-cow. You're going to lengthen out your spine and your abdominal wall by alternating arching the back towards the ceiling and then arching the back towards the ground. Move with your breath on these. It's time to congratulate yourself for a powerful workout. You did 2 sets of 5 exercises, challenging stuff for that back side of the body and the abs. Separate the knees and send your seat back. Child's pose, resting here, honoring your body's need to come down from the workout. Let's walk our hands off to one edge of the mat. You can start on either side. You can stack the palms for a little deeper stretch. These subtle things make a big difference. Transition to the other side when you're ready. So if you're reaching to the right, keep your right hand on top. Lengthen your inhales, lengthen your exhales. And let's transition so that we are all the way down, face down on the mat. Reach with your left arm for your left foot. Bend your right arm and let your forehead rest on your hand. Very low-key quad stretch here. You might still notice, where's your pelvis? Is it tilted one direction or the other? Switch legs, reaching for the right leg with your right hand. Forehead rests on your left hand. Take one more breath in this stretch. When you've finished your quad stretch, you are all done for the day. Take time for more stretches if you need them. And I cannot wait to see you at the next workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Well done.